about our culture, to be honest with you. I mean, we've really been, focused on developing our culture over the last decade. And I think some of the depth that you're starting to see in some of our weight classes is, I would attribute to that culture. I mean, we have an extremely close-knit team, and the guys that come in our program, they buy into our core beliefs and our core values and the system we have in place here at Appalachian State. And obviously success is contagious, and a lot of guys want to join this program, once they've seen kind of, the direction the program's heading in, and some of the exciting, results and things like that we've had, and the young men that come through our program, kind of, what they're like. And so I think that, developing that strong culture and that buy-in right from the very start, from our recruits, from our freshmen, all the way through our seniors. And I really do believe that we have a great system in place for guys to develop. I think we get guys in here that, might not be ready right out of the gate, but, a couple years in our room, in our system, I think that we can get them up to speed, and, they can fill in our lineup. And, when there's an injury, or if, we have a senior leave, that's a strong spot for us. For the most part, we have guys that I think are capable, that we can plug right in.
What's a really big important thing that we got to teach all our young guys is, to set goals that you want to reach, not what you think you can reach. Because, you can always put a limit on yourself. So set goals on what you want to reach, not what you think you can reach, because we all have untapped potential that, we don't know things that we can do yet. So you'll surprise yourself when you're given a moment or opportunity. Anybody at the national tournament can place, can win it. They're all good enough to be there. They're all good enough to beat somebody any given day. And that's the beauty of NCAA wrestling,
Working out with him a lot. He's pretty much become a coach for me too. I consider him my fifth coach. He helps me out on the mental side and everything like that. Gives me tips and stuff like that. So it's cool to get to see him excel, and it's also cool to see that he gives back to us too. Like, he wants us to succeed just as much as he gets to. So it's really cool.
We're happy that we kind of have that mindset of like, oh, those guys are really scrappy, they wrestle hard, but we want to be more than that. We want to be, oh, those guys are legit. Like, they're the ones that they can beat anybody on any day, and that's kind of what we're working towards.
Our team, we're always really good with depth. There's a lot of people in the dark that you don't see that just grind every single day. We got people like even Heath, for chance. He was behind Brito, and he came in the lineup, and he's going to do some amazing things this year. Sean Carter too. He's been in the lineup for a while, but I've been behind him. But having those guys, I just want to see them reach their goals. And that's really the common theme with everybody. We want everybody to achieve their goals. And so those people are going to push you in practice so that you can reach those goals. Even if it's not your chance, we know you're going to get a chance. So you just got to be prepared. And ultimately, I think me just keeping my head down, staying focused, and working is what led me to having a pretty decent year last year.
And our attendance has grown every year since we've been selling tickets and, putting out a good product. I mean, as you know, Jason, that's the most important thing. People will pay to see wrestling meets that are exciting, and you get quality opponents in Varsity Gym. And I think that's what we've tried to do. I mean, if you look at our schedule, I've got a very challenging schedule. We've got some great home dual meets that our fans can come to Varsity Gym and watch. And I think that's what sells season tickets. People want to be excited about a product that you're putting on the mat, and want to be excited about the opponents that you're bringing to wrestle.
Just focusing on my little mistakes that I make, because, nobody's perfect. We all make little mistakes. So just trying to correct those. And I got the best coaching staff to help me fix my mistakes. And that was, again, one of the reasons why I wanted to come back to App. Coach Bentley is a tremendous coach. He's always correcting himself. He's up in his coaching level, every day. And it really motivates me to stay motivated in my training. And and I always expect to win. I always expect to be on top of the podium. Another reason why I wanted to come back and wrestle my sixth year.
It's the better our conference gets, the better we're going to get, having better competition and kind of making it a bigger deal. And I mean, I enjoy it. I know the Southern Conference is getting better by the year, and I know we really take it seriously. I mean, a lot of these teams, we all train hard, and a lot of the teams want to win, and that makes it really, really important. And I mean, it's just fun, man. It's fun to have competitive duels and to have kind of that social media stuff going on. Obviously, is from an athlete's perspective, we don't really focus on that, but it's good for the fans, and whatever's good for the fans is good for our program.
Most of it was mental, just knowing that I could do it because I've never been out there. And, it's easy to say that you could have done this or that when you're watching from the stands. But when you're out there, all that pressure and the emotions, all the work comes out. It's all on you. It definitely helped me, especially with this summer, because I got the opportunity to wrestle more consistently rather than wrestling month-to-month basis as a red shirt or maybe not even being in the lineup. And it helps me be more consistent. I say that's the main thing, is just being consistent, being able to get those reps in against other people that aren't in the room every day. It helps a lot.
When Jon Jon announced that he was coming back, I obviously am going to stay at 157. So me growing into that weight class was a huge goal this summer. I think I transitioned well into it. I know that I walk around sometimes around 70, 71, which is way better than what I did last year. I would leave practice most of the time around 52, 53. So I would be wrestling guys that are way bigger than me. So it's nice to be able to be the big guy at the weight now.